Hey guys, welcome back. I wanted to do another video on the Tarteist palette, or Tarteist palette, however you want to call it. It's the Tarteist contour palette. They just released this. I did full swatches and like close-ups and everything. If you'd like to see that, I'll put a link down below. And today I just wanted to kind of do a little demo in my thoughts after playing around with it on the face a little bit more. So far though, I'm having a lot of fun with it. I think that it's really neat to have so many face products all together. And I actually noticed when I was messing around with these on my face today, I was doing my eyeshadows actually with these. They smell a little bit like cocoa, like the Too Faced chocolate bar or chocolate soleil bronzer. And this one, this shade, it reminds me a lot of it. So that's kind of interesting. But first, I'm going to be taking my Morphe M437 brush, and I'm going to go a little bit into this, the yellow tone, it's the number 2, and I'm going to use that just under my eyes and kind of do a little bit of, you know, setting and, I guess I can use this mirror, huh? A little bit of setting. My husband's totally rocking out downstairs. You can hear, hopefully you can't hear him singing, he'd be really embarrassed. Okay, so just putting a little bit of that underneath my eyes. I do like this. I wish I would have used it when I first put on my makeup, but I wanted to give you guys kind of like my first impressions of actually using it. But normally I think I would use, rather than the setting powder that I use, I would probably just do this. And it would probably stick on a little bit more. But that added a nice brightness. I can see that in person. Okay. There's also the highlight shade number 1 in here. To me it feels a little bit confusing to have a highlight and the glow shade. So highlight and glow. But I'm just going to go ahead with the highlight, just kind of where I would want to subtly highlight, like forehead, down the bridge of the nose, maybe just a little bit on the upper cheek. Just spin a little bit of that and just sort of put a little bit on my forehead, a little bit down the bridge of the nose. It's very, very subtle. I can almost not detect it. I think part of it's because I'm really fair. But that's a good thing because you want it to be really subtle. So not too much of a difference from those. All right, let's bust into a little bit of contour. So I'm going to go with that lighter shade, the one that's a little bit more like the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil. And I'm going to add that on the same brush I used to set the under eyes. And I'm just going to pop that a little bit on my, you know, where you do like normally a deeper contour under the cheekbone. So I feel like that's really subtle. I know my lights are bleaching it out a little bit. I really like that though. Very subtle. I've been doing a little bit more with bronzing, like actually on my forehead, so I'm also going to use this color for that. You guys, I never used to use a bronzer on my forehead or like actually up here, and especially with my hair, like my hairline going back and having kind of a bigger forehead, it's so important. Like now I just look, I feel like I look weird without it, so I'm always doing that now. I like that they have both of the shades for contour in here because I can kind of start out slow with the lighter shade and then I can buff that out, and then I could do a little bit more intense with the deeper shade. But they definitely blend out really, really easily, so I'm loving that. Let's do a little bit of contour on the side of the nose. I more so just go for the end of my nose because it's really rounded, and just to kind of straighten it out, that's what I do. Make it look more even. And then a little bit more of that highlight, let's just do over the top. I like it, I like it. Okay, let's go with the deeper brown. I'm a little scared because the pigmentation on this, like, do you see that? And then if I compare it to the lighter, so this is the darker, this is the lighter. I'm a little bit afraid of it. Let's just go just a little bit, a little bit, tap it off. Let's just do right here. So really nice pigmentation. I was almost a little bit unsure about how a deeper skin toned girl would like this palette because I didn't know if it would be as flexible, seeing so many light shades and knowing that the top, you know, the first ones were really light for me. But I do feel like this contour shade will work for medium to, I wouldn't say like girls that are ebony. Like this, I don't think this would work real well. I mean, of course, you could use it and try it, and I don't have much experience with deeper skin tones, to be honest. but really deep tan girls could definitely use these contours, at least to like warm up their face. Let's just use the excess from the brush around. Ooh, I didn't do any around my, like my jawline or anything. Let's just take a little bit of the lighter shade, number 3, I guess. I'm just gonna put that a little bit on my neck. And bronze a little bit down here. I really like this. I mean, I think it looks nice. I think it's a nice natural fade. I think it'll look great when I add finishing touches with the blush and everything too. Okay, a little bit of number 5, which is Accentuate. Adding this on a Tarte brush, first Tarte brush here. This one's really pretty. I think this is gonna be great for just like a subtle everyday. It kind of has a little mauvey pink rosiness to it. Pretty, very, very easy. Like a lot of skin tones, again, could wear this. If you're more tan, you're gonna have to build it up though. So pretty. I love blush when I can like really try to like, I can really play with it and pack it and it's not too like boom, blush, you know? So, okay, beautiful, loving that. Okay, let's do a little bit of the glow shade. Now I did just blow off the excess powder. I know you shouldn't do that. Contamination, did it anyway. But I did just notice that it's getting, you know, different colors in different areas. I think what's important though is that you just, you know, if you can, you know, pat that off or blow it out or whatever you want to do. If you can do that before you start digging around and swirling, that's what's going to help you keep the shimmer from not getting into the other powder products. Okay, now let's go into glow, and I'm going to be using this Morphe, I don't know what this is called. It's just a really dense pointed brush. This is not a very pigmented highlighter, glow is not. So if you want it to be more concentrated, you're going to need to use a really dense brush, like a smaller dense brush. But I don't feel that it's necessarily a weakness of the palette. I just think that that's what it is. You know, it's meant to be more of a subtle, like it's gonna be not detectable. If you're looking for more of like a shimmering skin perfector, like a ba-boom highlight, you know, this is not gonna be that. I don't think that it's like a bad product because of it, but if that's what you want and that's what you view a good product as being, then you're not gonna like it. Let's just put it that way. You're not gonna like it if that's what you're looking for. So if that's what you want, use the other, you know, use your shimmering skin perfector, or maybe a different palette would be better. I feel like this is more for the everyday girl to contour. Also, I feel like you can be just a little more generous with it. So I'm like, you know, I'm just throwing this everywhere and it's just gonna add a nice little glow. Let's do a little bit right here. See, that's really pretty, and I just threw that on. I'm not sure how well you guys are gonna be able to detect it. I'm gonna add a little bit here. My Cupid's bow. And that's gonna be my finished look. My husband and I are going out on a date tonight, date night. Grandma's coming over to watch my boys. But I think this looks really great, very natural. This is not like, I mean, you could go full glam with this, but honestly, like I said, this is like an everyday woman's palette. I'm gonna get a ton of use, I already know, out of this yellow shade. I'm gonna get a lot of use out of this bronzer. A little bit of use with the deeper one, because I don't deep contour too much. Blush shade, gonna get a lot of use. Probably not as much use out of the highlight. Honestly though, I'll probably just use that as my setting powder because it's not too shimmery or anything. More like the hourglass powders. You can't really see it real well. And then the glow is just gonna be a really natural highlight. I will say, you know, I've been really into that Jaclyn Hill Champagne Pop Becca collab highlighter. So I'm probably gonna be using that in addition to this quite a bit because I really do like that very intense highlight. But for every day, and when I don't, like when you literally don't have the time to pull out extra product or work on blending that, this is gonna be my best friend. And I'll probably even layer the two, like start with this Tarte contour palette for the highlight and then maybe do the Becca on top. Anyways, guys, I'm just gonna throw on a little more of lipstick. This is the Ilia Bang Bang. This is an organic lip product. I got this in a Birchbox. I actually redeemed some points on there, and this is like a super nice but really expensive tinted lip moisturizer. I'm really loving it. It's a little more red in person than on the camera, but yeah, Birchbox, I just found out they're doing their $5 Birchbox promo. So if you've been waiting to try Birchbox, I will put the promo code like in my link and everything down below, but that's amazing for your first box, and it's shipped, like 5 products, $5, and it's shipped to you. It's crazy. So I'll put that down below. And yeah, I will also link where you can find this palette down below. And don't forget, you guys, don't forget to subscribe, because I'm going to have more videos coming up on this palette, as well as the new Tartlet 2. I've got that on order, so I'll have more videos coming up on that. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye, guys.